It's a dangerous and dramatic development, what we're seeing right now. There have been running battles between two sides, the pro and anti-Hosni Mubarak sides. We understand they've been flinging rocks at each other. They've been throwing sticks at each other. Let's bring in Ivan Watson, our reporter there on the scene. Ivan, tell us what you see. We understand there are some injuries.
Okay, there's been an interesting change. Just minutes ago, fierce battles, clashing out street battles between these two camps. And now the stone throwing has stopped, and suddenly there were hugs, and the pro-Mubarak people are starting to come in force. The stone throwing has stopped, and they're advancing forward, mingling now with the anti-Mubarak demonstrators here in Tahrir Square. I don't know what changed the situation, because there are wounded people still walking. There's still wounded people with blood streaming down their face, walking away from where just minutes ago these vicious stone-throwing battles were taking place. And you can see the two masses now coming together. Some of them have been chanting, "We are one, we are one." A remarkable turn of a dime. I really don't know what to make of this, except an attempt to defuse what really looked like we were on the brink of some kind of a street civil war here.
So, Ivan, there are no sticks, no stones, nothing being thrown.
In this location here, right now, where you had hundreds of stones being lobbed back and forth, where people were literally running away with blood streaming down their face less than 10 minutes ago, now the competing factions are standing side by side and chanting together and waving Egyptian flags. I'm not sure what to make of that. Some incredible moment of Egyptian brotherhood after the clashes we just saw. I'm really not sure what to make of that.
Well, we're all watching these events unfold with you.
There are still wounded people being carried, being led away with blood streaming down their faces right now from those clashes that erupted. You can see the tanks in the distance. The soldiers have not come out of the tanks. They're still buttoned up inside their armored vehicles, while the pro-Mubarak demonstrators have gotten on top and are waving their flags and chanting there. And you can see, I don't know if we can zoom in, and you can see over this transmission, the place where the two tides, the two currents have met. And they're kind of chanting at each other right now. These are people who were denouncing each other and attacking each other viciously just minutes ago. Deeper into the square here, there are thousands of people, some of them forming human chains, apparently in an attempt to perhaps block the further movement of the pro-Mubarak demonstrators. I don't know if you can see this over here, some kind of a phalanx to hold people back. But it seems that some of the brave Egyptians that were in the middle between the two factions, trying to calm these hot tempers and stop people from hurling stones, succeeded for the moment in bringing some modicum of calm.
Plus, what was in the skies over Jerusalem? And why did it stop over one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
Well, if you surf around online today, and it probably will not be long before you come across footage of a UFO in the skies over Jerusalem. Now it is sparking intense debate on the internet. Trace Gallagher following this live from our West Coast Newsroom. So the question is, what was that UFO? What was it doing over Jerusalem? And, you know, is he back?
Yeah, and that is the question, by the way, Megan, because, you know, critics, it's difficult for them to dismiss this because there are so many different angles. We've got 4 different videos, all from various perspectives, showing this light above the Dome on the Rock. In Jerusalem, the Temple Mount, of course, we know, which is a holy site for both Jews and Muslims. You see the shining ball of light, right? It's above there. It's kind of, well, they just froze it and I really can't see it now. But there it is right there. It's at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
It's up there and it hovers, kind of a pulsating orb. And then hold on here because this thing starts going down right toward, you see it there, going down toward the Dome of the Rock and the Temple Mount. And then it stops and it hovers there for a while. It kind of sits there, and then all of a sudden it shoots straight back up into the air.
Whoa.
Now, experts say this would be kind of an indication this is an unmanned. There it is. You saw it right there. It shot straight back up in the air. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see, but it shot up in the air, and the experts think that, you know, it's an unmanned vehicle, they believe. It could be a drone, but they do not know of anything like this in the Israeli army. So they say this is either incredible video or some very well orchestrated hoax. Some have said maybe this is a movie that's putting out this I don't know. What do you put out for your movie? A trailer or some kind of a hoax to try and promote a movie that's yet to be named? We don't know. Could be Jacob's Ladder. Remember Jacob's Ladder?
No, I don't watch scary films. They freak me out.
Well, no, the biblical thing where Jacob's Ladder, you know, was the Jews and the Christians believe Jacob's Ladder, who he saw it in a dream, leads from the Temple Mount.
I thought that was a thriller that went very scary.
That's what one of the producers said. Yeah. I saw that movie. No, I'm talking about the biblical reference.
All right, because listen, I don't like to be scared. I just can't take it. It's, you know, I don't know what it is, but I don't like anything with torture, and I don't like to be scared. So that video, that doesn't make me feel either of those things, so we're okay. TG, thank you.
We're going to follow up on it. You bet.
What do you guys think? What was that? I mean, it's one thing if it just comes down, but then it goes back up. Kelly at FoxNews.com. By the way, so far, you are not very forgiving of Christina Aguilera. People think if you're going to sing the national anthem, get the words right. Still taking your emails. Well, if everyone in Washington